Detective Hensley. I just gotta ask you a few questions. Just keep in mind that you are being videotaped, so truthfulness is key. And let's start by you telling me your full name.
Brooke Nicole Smith.
Okay, Ms. Smith, what is your date of birth?
September 19th, 1982.
Okay, and your social security number?
376 55 2973.
What about your occupation?
I am a teller at the Bank of Chicago.
Teller at the Bank of Chicago. Okay, and what's a good phone number you can be reached at?
517 373 8966.
Ms. Smith, how long have you worked as a teller at the Bank of Chicago?
Roughly a year and a half.
A year and a half. Are you full or part-time?
Part-time.
So I can assume that you do not receive benefits through your employment?
I do not.
You haven't received them for the year and a half you've been there?
No, I have not.
What's your marital status?
I've been married for 7 years.
Do you have any kids?
2.
2 kids. What's their ages?
6 and 12.
Why is it that you work?
I am currently going through a divorce and have to make ends meet.
How long have you been going through the process?
The last 8-9 months or so.
So it's not finalized yet?
No,
Are you receiving child support?
not at this time. Still caught up in court.
So the bills are all on you?
Yes,
He's not helping with anything?
not so far.
Are you behind on any bills?
Just a couple,
What's a couple?
like 2.
And what bills would that be?
My electric and my house payment.
So between them two, how much are you looking at?
Roughly 1,000
1,000 total? Or a month?
A month.
Okay, how many months would you say you're behind?
Probably 3,
About 3 months. So about 3,000 in debt.
roughly.
So you could make the assumption that that's affected your credit in some way.
Slightly.
Yes. So you have no other income besides yourself.
No.
And you have 2 kids. He doesn't live in the home anymore?
No.
No. Miss Smith, have you ever stole before?
No.
You haven't.
No.
Do you have any criminal history whatsoever?
No.
As a juvenile or as an adult?
Nope.
Have you ever had a drug habit?
No.
Now or later?
No.
No. Do you owe anyone money?
Nope.
No. Just your bills?
Just my bills.
Well, Miss Smith, you seem like a pretty nice lady. And I can understand that you're going through hard times. But I also have to let you know that we know what you're doing. We're aware. We have cameras, we have surveillance, and we just really want to know why. Do you have any clue what I'm talking about? Okay, let me ask you this. What shifts do you work?
I work 4 days a week from noon to 4. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. How many hours, approximately?
About 4 hours a day.
So what's your shift as far as hours-wise?
Generally from noon to 4.
And that's all 4 days you work noon to 4?
Yes.
Okay. So what would you say if I told you that on them days, for a while now, our drawers have been coming up short at the bank?
I would say somebody can't count.
Just keep in mind that, like I said before, truthfulness is key. and you are on surveillance, and any false statements will be held against you. You said that you didn't have no criminal history, but when I looked you up in the system before this interview, I see that you were charged with a misdemeanor as a juvenile for stealing retail fraud.
I was 14 and thought it was cool to fit into a crowd. I was unaware that that was going to be held against me 20 years later.
But you're aware that you did lie to me.
They said I wouldn't be in the system because I was a juvenile.
Regardless, though, you did lie, correct? You know, talking to you, you said that, you know, you have 2 kids, you're going through a divorce, you're about $3,000 back, your credit's a little messed up. Well, it's obvious that you're going through a rough time. Do you have any explanation? I mean, the 4 days a week you work, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the noon to 4 shift, them are the same days that we're, you know, coming up short. The only people that have access to money are our tellers and the managers.
I just thought if I took a little here and there over the course of a few months, it wouldn't be very noticeable.
So you've been stealing for a few months now.
Yeah.
How much would you say?
Over the course of probably the last 4 months or so, probably 4,000 or 5,000.
Do you understand that that's a crime?
Yes.
Excuse me. Do you think you were, you know, that it was acceptable?
No, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and I didn't know what else to do.
You didn't think about getting a second job? You only work part-time?
I have 2 kids to raise.
So what you're telling me is for approximately the last 4 months, you've stole roughly about $4,000 from the Bank of Chicago
Yes.
to pay your bills.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your honesty, and I wish you the best of luck, and you'll be booked in the county jail, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Have a nice day.